All right, shalom, shalom, Yasha'Allah. It's your boy, Yah's Chosen. Anyway, getting back to the book of Deuteronomy, we're on chapter 30. Chapter 29 was very telling about, why we praise the things we praise today, unknowingly and ignorantly. Chapter 30. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings, the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither Yah thy power have driven thee, and shalt return unto Yah thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul. See? Return to Yah. We wasn't returning to Allah. We wasn't returning to Jesus. We wasn't returning to Yahushua. We wasn't returning to Buddha. We returned to Yah. That then Yah thy power would turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither Yah thy power have scattered thee. Look, folks, that's all we got to do. Okay? We don't need any intermediary. He said he wants us to return. We don't need anybody stepping in and say, hey, I can do this for you. I can deliver your prayers to God. No, we can do it by ourselves. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will Yah thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee, no matter where you are in this world, no matter how much you've been scattered. If you are his sheep, he will call it. When he calls, you will know. If you seek him, you'll find him. And Yah thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. Now, that's the situation now. How will we get back to the land of our fathers? How will he do it? Well, he didn't say we going to do it. He said he's going to do it. He said he's going to gather thee, so I'm not too worried about that. And Yah thy power will circumcise thine heart. You're going to circumcise your thoughts, your heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love Yah thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and thou mayest live. That's what he wants you to do. All he wants is a little bit of your love and time and effort. There is no other. And Yah thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. You see the cops killing us out in the streets, or you go to Israel, people like beating us up because they hate you, man. You got the promise. They hate you. Instead of trying to bless you, they hate you. They choose to hate you. And Yah thy power will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land, for good. For Yah will again rejoice over thee for good, and he rejoiced over thy fathers. He has feelings, man. When you do something good, he enjoys it. He loves it. Sorry, my eyes are running, man, again today. I'm going to try another kind of medicine for my allergies today, but it is what it is. But he's going to rejoice because you're making an effort to try to get back to serving him. For this commandment, which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? Oh, there's your Jesus. There's your Yehoshua. Why should this Yehoshua serve as a mediator for you? It's not far off. It's not far off. It's not beyond the sea. It's not in heaven. Neither is it beyond the sea, that thou shouldst say, as who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, and thou mayest do it. And I thank you, Ayah, for opening up my mind to this before it's all too late. Thank you for opening up my mind. See, I have set before thee this day life and good and death and evil, and that I command thee this day to love your power, to walk in his ways and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And thy power shall bless thee in the land, whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away, and worship other gods, Jesus, Yehoshua, Allah, and serve them, I denounce you unto this day. He's going to denounce you, man. You got to turn away from that. You got to let go. Let go of that Christian thought of this sky daddy coming down. We only have one creator. And you are fortunate enough that he loves you and he has chosen you as his people. Okay? I denounce you unto this day that you shall surely perish, and that you shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passest over Jordan to go possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life. Choose Ayah, bro. That both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love Ayah thy power, and thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Ayah sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. And it's going to come again for those who trust in him, and those who actually read and see that he's the only one that we need. We don't need any intermediaries to send our prayers up to him. He's the only one. He hears you. It's not far. Just talk to him. Tell him what you need. Come back to him. You are the apple of his eye. Y'all should all okay? You're the apple of his eye. All right, it's your boy, Y'all's Chosen. And I'll get back at you on the next vid. Shalom, shalom, shalom.